This week on Machinery PTV, Robert Lee's great lineup of red features this 2008 2588 Combine that hit an 8-year high on the selling price. This 444 Silver King completes an impressive collection. And Pete steps back in time to track the used tractor market.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone. Well folks, some of the most intense auction bidding I've seen the last maybe 18 months to 24 months has been on slightly older used combines in very good condition, pre-def. And I tell you what, on today's show we got one, a 2008 CaseIH 2588. This thing only has 1,210 SEP hours and it's going to sell on the Robert Lee Farm Retirement Auction here in beautiful Colo, Iowa. But first we got to go back to the studio and get the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. Happening right now, recovery and cleanup operations are beginning to mobilize at the Port of Baltimore following the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. This after a cargo ship slammed into a key support for that bridge, causing it to collapse into the Patapsco River. The ship unable to stop or steer clear after losing engine and electrical power. Now 6 people are presumed dead. The port remains closed. However, more than 1,000 members of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers are expected to help remove debris in hopes of reopening the channel quickly. While the port isn't a big exporter of grains or bulk commodities, it could impact some farm equipment like tractors, combines, and balers. Maryland says the port moved 1.3 million tons of farm and construction machinery last year. It also leads all other ports in handling cars and light trucks. Elsewhere in the ag equipment industry, John Deere announcing 300 people will be laid off at its plant in Waterloo, Iowa. The employees expected to be let go indefinitely at the end of April. The Des Moines Register reporting the workers are primarily production staff. Now Deere says the layoffs are necessary for optimizing the workforce at its factories in Waterloo. That location currently employs about 5,500 people. This announcement follows a previous decision to lay off about 150 people in Ankeny. Now Deere is currently projecting earnings of $7.5 to $7.75 billion this year, down about $2.5 billion from a year ago. Gas prices are expected to surge to $4 a gallon soon. That would be the highest level since the summer of 2022. Now, a spokesperson for AAA saying the rise in prices is due to maintenance activities at U.S. refineries and unexpected disruptions caused by leaks and fires. Currently, the national average price at the pump stands at about $3.50 a gallon. Diesel is about $4.05, which is down about 20 cents from a year ago. That's it for news. Now let's check on some recent auction prices from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Folks, if you need a nice 8-row cornhead, we got one for you here. 2008 CaseIH 2608 8-row chopping head.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You've got to try this. The power of foam is the only way to clean and degrease your equipment. Simply foam it on, give the foam a few minutes to work, and power wash it off. cuts grease and your wash time significantly. The foam won't harm electrical sensors or controls. It neutralizes and washes away farm chemicals and is safe to use on most surfaces. Call 888-996-7801 or go online to check out their dealer locator at poweroffoam.com to find the Power of Foam near you.
At LST Group, we are committed to providing exceptional service across all modes of transportation. If you're shipping machinery across the state or across the country, trust LST Group to handle it with precision and care. Our expanded network ensures your shipments will reach their destinations swiftly and securely. Discover the LST Group difference and experience the epitome of excellence in transportation services. To request a quote, call 844-622-6209.
$50, $25, $50, $25, $50, $25, $50, $25, $50, $10, $20, $10, $20, $10 to the bid, the $20, $10, $20, $10 to the bid, the $20, $10, $20, $10.
Hey folks, I'm here with Ryan Luke, co-owner of Daily Auction Company, one of the best auction companies I've worked with over my 33 years. And thank you for all your help over the years, Ryan, with what you guys do. It's been great working with you guys. And let's talk a little bit about, now this sale in particular is pretty interesting to me, Ryan, because on the one hand, Robert, our seller, Robert Lee, you farm with.
Yep.
Stepfather, and you guys have been farming together, what, 10, 11 years or something?
Yep.
Okay. What's that been like farming with Robert?
Learned a lot. He definitely has his ways, you know, as you can tell by the machinery.
It's beautiful. Particular.
Yes, very. So if you're not doing something the way he wants it done, you're gonna know. But yeah.
Now, on the other side, your son Nick, 19 years old?
Yep.
And he is actually farming with you guys and also here involved with the auction business, just like you got involved when you were 14 with Daily Auction Company. What's that like working with your son Nick?
It's nice to have him around because he grew up in the tractor, you know, ran these, and so bringing him out to an auction site, you can pretty well just put him in whatever he can get lined up. You know, same with on our implement side, you just tell him what to do and he can get it done.
Well folks, average auction price last year on a CaseIH 2608 8-row corn head was $12,353, high of $17,500, low of $87.50. Today's auction, we got an 08 model.
10 pound dollar, 12 pound here, 10, 11. 10 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, 10, give 11 pound dollar, 10 pound dollar, 11 now 12. 11 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, 12 pound, give 12, get 12 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, bid 12. 11 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, give it a 12 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, bid get 12. I got 11 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 12 pound, bid 12 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 11 pound dollar, 12. 11 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, 12 pound dollar, y'all done. 11 pound dollar, give 12. 11 pound dollar, $500, 11 5. Now 12. Now 5. 12 5. 12 5. 13. 13 net. 12 13. Now 5. 13 5. 13 5. 14 5. 14 5, Bobby. 14 5. 15 5. 15 5. Get 15. 14 5. 15. Internet shout. 14 5. 15. 14 5. Give it a 15 pound dollar. 14 5. Give it a 15. 15. Get 15 pound dollar. 14 5. 15. 15 pound dollar. 14 5. Here 15 5. 15 5, Bobby. 15 5. Got it on the net. 15. 15 5. 15 5. 16. 16 pound dollar. 15 5. 16. 16 pound dollar. 16 pound dollar. 15 pound dollar. 16. 16. 16 pound dollar. 15 5. 16. 15 5 here. 16 pound dollar. Y'all done that? 15 5 16. 15 pound dollar. 16 pound dollar. 15 pound bid 16 pound dollar. 15 5 bid 16. 15 5 16. Anybody else? 15 5 16. Sold it 15 5.
141.
All right, folks, we got a 2006 CaseIH 1020 30-foot grain head here. Now, the last 18 months, I've seen 28 2004 to 2008 1020 heads sold, and the average auction price, $9,175.
$3,000, $4,000, $35, $4,000, $4,000, $45, $4,500 to 5, down $5,500, $6,000, $6,557, and now $7,000, $7,000, 5, 888, now $8,000, late model now 885, 9, $9,000 to 9,000 to 9, $9,500 to 9,000 95, $9,000, $9,500 to 9, internet you're out, $9,000 95, $9,000 to $9,500 to $9,000 to $9,500 90 from the 95, 9 pound dollar 250, 9 pound dollar 250 here to 9 pound dollar 250 to 9 pound dollar 250, 9 pound dollar 250 to 9 pound dollar 250. Anybody else? 9 pound dollar 250. Internet out. 9 pound dollar 250. Sold at 9,153.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
$2,800, $2,900, $2,800, $900, $2,800, $2,900, $2,800, give 9. Sold at $550 a pound, 25, $550 now, 75, $550, 75, $600, $600 a pound, 75, $600, $575, $600. Anybody else? Sold at $575. 35 pound dollar, $6 pound dollar, 35, 36 pound dollar, 35, what do you get? 36,000. Anybody else? 35 pound dollar, 36. Sold it. 35,000 pound dollar, $500, 35, bid $500, 35 pound dollar, 5. 35 pound dollar, $500, 35 pound dollar, give it a $500 to 35 here, bid 5. Sold it. 35,000. $3,500, $3,400, give it a 5, 5, 5, bid $500, 34, where'd you get 5? Anybody else? 34, where'd you get 5? Sold it. 3,400.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Made in South Dakota by Dakota Ag Innovations, a company with a 20-year history of working with top construction equipment manufacturers, now offering Dakota Shine to the farm community to help you keep your equipment looking like new and retain more value when it comes time to sell or trade. Key active ingredient from corn soy derivatives. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, I'm here with Greg Jones with Firestone Ag. Now Greg, I know you guys are rocking it all over the world. I hear so much chatter about 82 technology. Can you tell us what that is?
Sure. So 80 squared is actually advanced deflection design. And what that means really is that we have taken technology, put it into the sidewall of the tires to allow you to run heavier loads or lower pressures at the same load. But what it's doing is it's deflecting the tire. When we decrease the pressure, you get more footprint contact area.
Right.
When you have more area, you basically disperse the load over that area so it does less soil compaction. While you're also doing that bigger footprint, you get more traction because there's more rubber tire contacting the soil. We see that the time and the fuel savings is also a benefit of that traction.
Is it like 4% or?
Yeah, roughly 4 to 5% is what we're seeing, and that's what we usually tell when we do our farm clinics, is sharing that with the customer. And that really resonates because when you talk about time and money to a farmer, you're talking his language.
Now what about farmer reaction, Greg, as they move into the 82 technology? Maybe they haven't done it before.
Usually it's explaining that technology, and there's an industry standard that you have IF and VF. So you have increased flex and very high flex. The IF is 20% more load, VF is 40% more load. That's the questions we usually get, and they'll ask us, well, okay, why do I need this? A tractor gets used in many different applications. It could go from harvest to tillage to planting. So it gets used multiple different ways. So you have to understand your equipment, how much it weighs. But the benefit is if you need more load carrying capacity, that VF is going to give that to you. 82 can save you time and money.
We have a Silver King, a 1944 model 444. Purchased this at an auction a year ago last spring. It's a model I don't have. Well, I've got an R44, which is a small Silver King. I got the 3-wheel version of this, and I also have a Model 41. I farm and collect tractors, Silver Kings, and a lot of farmals. We raked hay with it this year. Last fall, we also plowed with it. We don't use it in the farming operation per se, but we had a family gathering and got the old tractors out and plowed for an afternoon with it. This tractor didn't run very well when I got it. It just needed to get out and get it worked, get basically the carbon burn out of the engine. My plans for this one is eventually putting a different paint job on it. But other than that, that's about it. The 3-wheel version was my first one. I've had that for about 30 years, but that's kind of a common one. These are a little bit of an oddball for the Silver Kings.
Folks, do not go away. You're not going to want to miss our feature item on the auction today. Hard to find a combine this nice, an 08 2588, just over 1,200 SEP hours on it.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
The only way I've seen to safely clean aluminum grain on stock trailers is Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner from Dakota Ag Innovations. With over 15 years of proven performance cleaning all types of aluminum, the results speak for themselves. Dirty, stained, and discolored aluminum trailers don't stand a chance against Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner. Safely improve the appearance of your aluminum trailers at home and make a statement with Bright Plus. Order today at trailercleaner.com or find Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner at a farm store near you.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Hey folks, I'm here with owner Robert Lee, and we're talking about your beautiful combine, 2008 2588. Robert, now you are the second owner?
Second owner. Yep.
Okay.
So
now you don't have many hours on this thing.
No.
Just over 1,241 SEP, 1,721 engine.
Yep.
For an 08, 15 years old.
Yep.
What have you liked about the combine over the years you've owned it?
Well, I've had these kind of combines for a few years, and they're just not much maintenance, you know. And, you know, you got to put belts on and and chains or something or whatever, but
not
you know.
not overly complicated.
No. Got a Cummins motor in it and never had any trouble. It doesn't use any oil.
Can you talk about the importance of care for your equipment over your career, Robert?
Oh, I like to change oil and you know, when it's time, 80 to 100 hours or whatever, and filters and wash them up and wax them, and you know, you can kind of see that where we're standing now. So.
And you proudly wear that CaseIH cap.
Yep.
It looks good on you.
Yep, thank you.
142.5, 142.5. 142.5. You're going to wish you'd have done that. It might need more money, boys, but that's going to be one of the best machines you'll ever buy. 142.5, 142.5. 140 bottom 2, 5, 142, 5, 142, 5, 140 pound out of bottom 2, 5 here, 140, 42, 5, 140 pound out of bottom 2, 5, 142, now 5, 145, new man in, 142, 5, 145. 145 pounds under the 2, 5 here, 145, 145, 145, 145, 142, 5, get 5, give 7, 5, 147, 5, 147, 5, 145, 7, 5, 147, 5 here, 145, 7, 5, you want to do her again? 147, 5, 147, 5, 50, 150, 150 pounds under the 147, 5, 150, 147, 5, give you plenty of time, 147, 5, 150, 147, 5, give it a 50 pounds under the 147, 5, 150, 150, anybody else, 147, 5, 150, sold it, 147, 5, and the buyer's number is 181. Thank you, sir.
Folks, I told you, They're the hottest thing going. Pre-def combines, great condition, low hours. Our feature item on the show today, this 2008 2588, 1,210 SEP hours, 147.5. That is the highest auction price on a 2588 in exactly 8 years. Well, folks, I grew up in the 1980s, graduated high school, Benson, Minnesota, 1984, graduated college with an accounting degree in 1988, Gustavus Adolphus College, got married summer of 1989, and started my machine repeat business November of 1989. And recently, I don't know, maybe I heard a familiar 1980s song on the radio, but I just got thinking it kind of had 1980 tractors on the brain. So I went into our machinerepeat.com website, had a little fun. We have all kinds of filters in there. And again, it's free to view all the auction prices. You can sort this stuff any way you want. And I had a little fun and I said, show me the top 5 auction prices on tractors made in the 1980s from the last 5 years. And I tell you, it was a pretty fun list. Not surprisingly, they were all 4-wheel drives. We've been talking a lot about how hot those are. So let's dive into the list here. And the highest price, this 1980 Big Bud 525/50. This sold on a July 7th, 2021 auction in Lambert, Montana by the Steffes Group, went for $173,000. Now the next two on our top 5 list both sold on the same auction, September 30th of 21 in Adams, Minnesota by Mering Auction. A pair of Steiger KP 525 Tiger 4s, 1985 model and a 1984. They each went for $139,000. You can actually watch a Machine Repeat YouTube video I filmed of those babies selling. That was quite the day. Fourth on our list is this 1986 Ford Versatile 1156 with 6,200 hours. It sold for $132,600 on a December 30th, 2022 auction, Minot, North Dakota. And rounding out the top 5, how about this beauty? 1984 Versatile 1150 went for $126,000 on the same auction as our leading price back on July 7th of 21 in Lambert, Montana. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed our time today at the auction for Robert Lee Farm Retirement Sale here in Colo, Iowa. And I tell you what, it's not every day we get to get up close to such a nice, slightly older combine, that 08 model 2588, just over 1,200 SEP hours on it, 147.5. Really fun to watch that baby sell. Hey, we'll see you back here next week. Machine Repeat thanks these premier sponsors for their support. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.